I'm going to be filing 2 more ethics complaints, specifically against Councilman Coyle for trying to violate Councilman Brescher's right to speak today. He was insinuating somehow Brescher was out of order when he wasn't, for his own personal benefit. And then the last council meeting, intimidating the most honorable councilwoman, Joy Ship Freeman. Her civil rights were violated, and he shouldn't have did that. He knows better. He knows better.
Council President is wrong, and it's not correct.
Sorry.
I'm not here for confrontation.
The gentleman has the floor. Thank you.
Thank you. It's immature for confrontation, Councilman Quill. It's my time. You're violating Robert's Rules of Order, interrupting the speaker, and you know that. You know that. So stop playing stupid about it, all right?
I'm speaking to the Council President. If I want to speak to the Council President, I can.
For the second time, I'm just gonna
Council President, you can stop the clock when I speak.
I'm just gonna ignore the childish antics.
All right, folks, welcome back to San Joaquin Valley Transparency. This video comes to you from a council meeting in Edison, New Jersey, the hometown of Crystal the Greek from the Jersey Watcher YouTube channel. In this video, Crystal and AJ Benz expose how they were investigated by the Edison Police Department for an arson that never happened. After Crystal exposes how this construction company is negligent for allowing their 75-foot mulch piles to spontaneously combust right across from a chemical plant, which is a public safety issue, you can also see 3 council members side with Crystal and demand an investigation into the shady construction company that was able to purchase a property worth millions of dollars from a township for only $2,500. Check out this video, folks. We will pause for some comments and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end. Let's get right to it.
Are you
Any other comments from the public? Sir?
Thank you for recognizing me.
I will request name and address, understanding you can deny if you so choose.
Thank you for recognizing me. I would like to hand this in to the clerk, Marlene. I would like for copies to be made and handed to every council person of this. Specifically for the first one, we can give it to Councilman Brescher. He's the only one who does anything about anything. Okay? I'm going to be filing 2 more ethics complaints, specifically against Councilman Coyle for trying to violate Councilman Brescher's right to speak today. He was insinuating somehow Brescher was out of order when he wasn't, for his own personal benefit. And then the last council meeting, intimidating Councilwoman the most honorable Councilwoman, Joy Ship Freeman. Her civil rights were violated, and he shouldn't have did that. He knows better. He knows better.
Council President is wrong, and it's not correct.
Sorry.
I'm not here for confrontation.
The gentleman has the floor. Thank you.
Thank you. It's immature for confrontation, Councilman Quill. It's my time. You're violating Robert's Rules of Order, interrupting the speaker, and you know that. You know that. So stop playing stupid about it, all right?
I'm speaking to the Council President. If I want to speak to the Council President, I can.
For the second time, I'm just gonna
Council President, you can stop the clock when I speak.
I'm just gonna ignore the childish antics.
Marlena, please stop the clock. I don't want your time to be interrupted.
Thank you.
We're not going to have, much like I would not like outbursts from people in the seats there. I would not like outbursts from my colleagues up here. Thank you. Please start the gentleman's time. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not here for confrontation. I'm here to do my constitutionally protected activity. If he doesn't respect that, he can quit his job. I would like a civil rights committee. I would like Joyce to be heading that civil rights committee. I would like a civilian police oversight committee with guess who? I would like Joyce to head that committee as well. Because at the end of the day, IA is covering up for the Edison cops. And, you know, I have an IA complaint on each IA officer in Edison. Which one of them are gonna? So who's gonna take care of my IA complaint? Specifically, IA is a part of the conspiracy to maliciously falsify police reports in order to maliciously prosecute me. I have the proof about it too. I have the evidence. It's all caught on body-worn camera. They're so stupid they record their own criminal activities breaking federal law on their own body-worn camera. Okay? The mayor refused to raise the Greek flag, and he also refused to raise the flag on the Juneteenth. Yet, he's raising these flags that mean nothing for other things, Absolutely disgusting. And how much time do I have left, Marlena? And I want to get to what I'm really here for. I watched body-worn camera footage of Edison cops trying to solicit a false confession from a lifelong Edison resident, A.J. Benz, for an arson that never happened. Think about that. Normally, you frame somebody for something. Normally, it actually happens. The event actually happens. This time, they'll frame you for something that never even happened. And the Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office, they're such geniuses, they'll pursue it to the very end. But, I'm just absolutely disgusted by it, What if he would have falsely confessed? You guys would have closed the book. No one would have realized he was innocent. So a black mulch pile catches on fire itself. They got that property for $5,000. It should have cost over $1 million easy. They got that property pennies on the dollar. Part of the contract was they were supposed to lower their mulch pile from 70 feet down to 30 feet. It's never been done. Can we take that property back away from them now? I'd like someone to answer that question. Because, if this company's maliciously falsifying police reports with Edison Police Department against the residents here in this township, they don't deserve that property. Absolutely not. Absolutely disgusting. Everyone's going to find out an Instagram supermodel and her boyfriend that was drafted into the NHL are not victims. Absolutely disgusting. They try to get me for a first-degree conspiracy. There can never be a first-degree conspiracy. Even if you conspire to a first-degree crime, it's second degree. The judge should have saw that and questioned it right on the spot, but they're all in collusion with each other here in corrupt Middlesex County. There's no evidence in my file. I got 3 cases. This is going to be better than the Johnny Depp trial. I am going to destroy. I don't even need a lawyer, but I got the best lawyer in the universe. My lawyer can redefine the universe, actually. Good luck. 1 minute left? All right. So not only can my lawyer redefine the universe, I don't need him. I could defeat. These charges are so stupid, I could have done it myself. I just got him for the extra measure. He's going to destroy this township when he's done with it. I love you, Joyce. You should have been on the ticket. You were framed. I'm going to speak later on about it, possibly, but God bless America. What's going on in this town with these cops? Here, I file an IA report on a sergeant. And when IA is supposed to be investigating this sergeant, politically connected sergeant, he then conspires with that sergeant to maliciously file a false police report in order to put charges on me. So this way, every time I ask, hey, what's going on with...
Thank you. I did get one question. I personally don't know the answer to it in regards to property.
The Newsy property, there was something that the administration should probably look into. There was a deal, there was something like that, right? The pile was 75 feet high. They came to this body and they asked for an extension of time. I think...
Being granted to them.
Right, but it was during COVID. So I do understand that they had issues. But I don't think anybody's ever went back there and taken a look to see that the pile is down to the, and they got that at a very good deal.
$2,500.
Because it had to be lowered. So I think the administration should verify that they have upheld their end of the contract, to be honest with you. I haven't been down there.
Just because I'm not familiar, if it's okay to
Council President.
discuss after, or?
We should do a monitor and status of their 2-year plan that's coming up. They did use force majeure on that issue at that time, whether it was accepted or not, COVID. But the practice itself was supposed to, and part of the bid, which our argument was part of the bid was the discount was for the operation of the project. So discussion later to table. Thank you, Council President.
Other comments on
Cons-
that question?
Yeah, Council President, I have the long history and knowledge about this particular property. This owner came to us, we went to the back door. In the closed room, we explained him, and here we come. I think we need to keep close tab, and if we can get the report from the administration, how far they are complying with what the clauses we put when we sold this property to them. Again, just a disclaimer, I was a strong no vote on selling that property to that firm, and for very fact that knowing that they may not comply with our regulations. But here you go again, after 2-3 years, we are at the same point. So I would be interested to find more about how far they have complied to the clauses in the sale agreement. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. At this time, we'll open it up to anyone else from the public that wish to speak. Sir?
Good evening. Ben's from Edison, New Jersey. Have the floor, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Council President.
The evolution of AJ Benz can be seen right before our very eyes. AJ Benz is becoming an activist and standing up for civil rights and the First Amendment. AJ Benz is a resident in the township of Edison, New Jersey, who has publicly defended Jersey Watchers' civil rights and has since demanded publicly that the Edison Police Department and the Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office dismiss the 3 cases against Cristo and end this witch hunt once and for all. Keep watching.
So, what a session from Monday I couldn't attend, but that's all right. Do we have an update for the book banding? If we can proceed into the no book banding, that'll be great. I have other concerns as well. Once again, there's a video out there, and I guess most of you guys saw it. The San Valley, what is it? San Joaquin Valley Transparency guy. So, I know you were on the video as well, and I guess you've read the comments. You know, everybody wants some change in this township and in this administration. 1 week ago from today, I went to the police administration's office. I see a sign that is very unconstitutional and very un-American, where there's a sign where, oh, you need an appointment, no video recording. So these 2 internal affairs officers are restricting me in a public lobby that we pay for. I don't like this. That sign should not be up there on the 3rd floor of the police administration. It's unconstitutional. And the way I'm being treated from these videos, how these 2 officers, I don't know what their names are. Susel and Geis literally come over, pulls me over out of the blue without, if you see, I feel like I'm being targeted in this town. I lost my mom and my niece, mind you, okay? And the last thing I don't need is to be targeted, okay? And I just got a phone call with the police. Looks like one of the internal affairs, they want to meet with me because they were just at my house moments ago. This is ludicrous. I'm not having this anymore. I do not want to be targeted of a crime I never committed, be jailed for, let's just say, for 5 years for something I didn't do. Imagine they did this to you guys. It's not right. So I even have other stories I don't want to bring up, but I had an issue with one of the schools of accusing me for something, and I will release that with a body camera as soon as possible. But what I don't want is this whole attack. Okay, I don't want to be accused for something I didn't do on July 2020. 2021? So they're accusing Cristo and me because I'm coming. If you watch the video, you already know. They're going to accuse me that, oh, you were there for 30 minutes when I was there for 15 minutes. That's a whole. So these officers that I just mentioned, they're trying to fish something, trying to make me like I had something to do with it. I'm really getting sick and tired of this. And now they're at my house. So I'm just really very disappointed. Very disappointed. Really am. This is not who we are as a township, okay? I don't want any investigations on me anymore, okay? I'm already in the process of sponging my damn record so I can get my freaking SOAR license so I can protect and love people when I do my job. I don't need all this. Because the next thing I'm about to do, I'm about to sue the living hell out of this township, the police administration. I'm not complaining. If I have to have Mr. Cristo's lawyer involved with this, let me tell you, like I said in the past, in the beginning of June, these needs to stop because you're asking for a fucking lawsuit. And I am sick and fucking tired of this shit. I want to be left alone. I don't want these officers to talk to me. I just want to be left alone and I can get sponge my record, pursue it into my Sora, protect people, and that's it. I don't need this, okay? And by the way, I like the current council ticket. Congratulations, Joyce. And also, it was your birthday, by the way, so happy birthday.
Thank you.
And and Mayor Sam Joshi is doing a great job, including in Washington. So I guess that's gonna do it. Ms. Marlena, how many minutes do I have, please? A minute and a half. I'll reserve it for a rebuttal if necessary. Thank
Would
you and have a great
Just
day.
to afford, would you like any, I'm not saying there may or may not, would you like any comment from any
If you
council?
guys want to comment about the recent videos, you know, I understand that, you know, it's kind of a targeting or because they are seeing what you guys are doing. Just Mr. Coyle, for example, what he, you know, shouting, they don't like that. You know, the viewers on YouTube, they hear it, okay? I personally don't need this. I know you guys don't need this. This township doesn't need this. And the people behind me are the people who voted for you guys don't need this. For real. I don't. Nobody. He shouldn't be targeted in this township. I'm seeing too much collusion, too much corruption, too much resolutions, or say, oh, it's what is it? For example, if it's something was like $96,000 or more, it should be lower than that. Why? Because where's that extra money is coming? Like, is that money being granted? Or 96, oh, it's like, for example, if it's 96, well, I'm sorry, let me rephrase it. If it was 90, for example, and they say, oh, we're going to put in 96, so where is the 5,000 or 6,000 going to? Someone's pocket? That's no. If it says things need to be done, all right? If something says, oh, this is how, this amount, that's the amount that you can choose. Nothing higher so people get extra money off of those resolution money. No, just please.
Speaker's time is
Thank
elapsed.
you.
Thank you. I did offer if there were any comments.
Check in on the Newsy group,
no.
please. Just check
Sir,
on the
sir.
Newsy group. Thank you.
Am I recognized?
You recognized.
Thank you. This wasn't, I'd like the clerk to pick this up and make copies, but first hand to Councilman Brescher. That's not my rebuttal. I forgot it wasn't picked up. I walked away with it. Someone said Mayor Joshi, good job in Washington. That he's doing a good job in Washington. I disagree. Mayor Joshi should be here in Edison, New Jersey. Yeah, he's neglecting his job. Mayor
Council President, point of order, this is not a rebuttal.
I'm not here for confrontation.
It is a counterpart point to a previous comment made by another speaker that spoke at the podium. Therefore, I find it within the rebuttal guidelines.
This is just another example of how the First Amendment auditing community is making a change across America. We are now witnessing cop watchers and others within this community not only start participating in their local meetings, but they are also exposing the corruption that exists. More Americans are demanding accountability and standing up against unlawful or false policies. It doesn't matter what political party you belong to. It doesn't matter what religion you are, or the color of your skin, or even your gender. What matters is that we are all created equally under God. When they violate one person's rights, they are violating all of our rights. We are all brothers and sisters. It is time to stop behaving like children, the way the mainstream media promotes, and it's time to love and respect each other.
Thank you. You've been doing such a great job. I'm so proud that you're our council president, John Pointer. You have a lot of integrity. Like I said, somebody said Mayor Joshi's doing a good job in Washington. He should be here in Edison, New Jersey. he should be putting a leash on the Edison Police Department. If he was doing a good job, he'd be putting a leash on the Edison Police Department rather than going to Washington, trying to break some corny Guinness World Records with his mail order bride. Yeah, he really should be here. Somebody said that they like the current council ticket. The only thing good about the current council ticket is only that pressure's on it. It's been hijacked. Joyce should have been on the ticket. 100 Joyce, he should have been on the ticket. I'm gonna speak about it next time, how they framed you. I gotta go. They did frame you. You were framed. Your accounts were hacked. I know for a fact that your accounts were hacked. They did some BS, and not even that. People impersonated accounts with your likeness, just like mine. But I actually got my person charged. But yeah, Mayor Joshi's not doing a good job in Washington. Right now, the police are at AJ Ben's house as we speak to intimidate this young man, or probably to solicit more false confessions. But yeah, if Mayor Joshi was doing a good job, he wouldn't be in Washington. He'd be here. He'd be here to make sure that these mafia companies aren't buying $1 million properties for. I made a mistake that it was 5,000 earlier. Thank you for correcting me, Councilman Coy. I had no idea it was. The fact that it's 2,500 is even more. That's even more. So we gave them a property for $2,500. It's worth millions, and the way they thank us is by turning around, framing lifelong Edison residents, and using Edison police officers to do so. When I get out of here, they're probably going to arrest me on another fake charge. So call up my house and see if I'm okay.
Speaker's time's elapsed.
And here are my final thoughts, folks. I want to give a huge shout out to Cristo at Jersey Watcher, and I'd like to extend that to AJ Benz as well for doing the right thing. I'd also like to point out that Mr. Poindexter did a fine job of keeping Joe the Flores Coyle and his childish behavior in check with his gavel. Nice one, Council President. Great job standing up for the people. This is what we want to see. What we don't want to see is tyranny, folks. What I would like to see from here on out is people going into their council meetings, demanding transparency and accountability. I want to see you guys asking questions so that we could put them in check. I think that we have exhausted all other options. We have no choice but to go in there with our cameras. And if you're shooting 60 frames per second, you're going to get a damn good clear video. You can also demand the footage from the public meetings as well. When you get that footage, you can copy your links and send them to recordpolicenow@gmail.com. I want to see this happening everywhere throughout the country, folks. You guys, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. We will keep you updated. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.